Tuesday is a first alert weather day with a rare chance of June thunderstorms in the Bay Area. I'm tracking it hour by hour in the first alert forecast.
And what does climate change mean for us right here in the Bay Area? The answer may depend on where you live. A behind-the-scenes look at the unique system that can predict changes right down to your zip code.
So planning for climate change in San Francisco means, warmer weather. Maybe means getting an air conditioner for the first time.
A motorcyclist caught up in last week's deadly rampage in San Jose. He was among those hit, but he survived.
I felt the rear of my bike get lifted up high, and I went flying over the handlebars.
What happened just after that he says he will never forget. Governor Newsom threatening charges after a second private jet carrying migrants showed up in Northern California today.
This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
All right, 2023 has been the year of wild weather, and the trend continues on this first alert weather day with an unusual system that's expected to bring the chance of showers, even thunderstorms, to the Bay Area. So here's a live look outside from our Oakland camera. You can see some clouds in the background, but it's still dry. Paul Hagan joining us now with any areas, I guess, reporting thunder or lightning?
Not in the Bay Area. There have been plenty of lightning strikes across the rest of the state, literally hundreds of lightning strikes. But around the Bay Area, we've kind of stayed calm today. Our best chance of storms is still probably about 12 hours away. Let's take a look at what's happening on First Alert Doppler. And again, clean sweep of the skies around the Bay Area, but that is not the case for the rest of the state. We had some thunder showers just off the coast of Monterey earlier in the afternoon. The majority of the activity has been happening farther to our north and then off to our east over the High Sierra. All of those individual lightning symbols are separate cloud-to-ground lightning strikes, and there have been hundreds of them throughout the day. These showers have been kind of falling apart as they try to approach the Bay Area from the east, but as we switch over to Futurecast, there's a chance that a couple could hold together and move in as we head through the rest of this evening. A better chance of rain as we head through the first half of Tuesday. Mostly you're talking about showers, maybe enough to slow down the morning commute to some extent, but a couple of those showers could develop into full-fledged thunderstorms, and anytime there's cloud-to-ground lightning in the area, you have to respect that lightning threat. The Storm Prediction Center has outlined not just the Bay Area, but much of California in what they call their general thunderstorm outlook. It means non-severe storms, but capable of producing that cloud-to-ground lightning and some small hail. There is the threat of severe storms over the northern Sierra, meaning 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are going to be possible, and the possibility of some larger hail in addition to that cloud-to-ground lightning threat. But because they are wet thunderstorms, actually dropping rain, we don't have the dry lightning potential to lead to any significant wildfire threats. So some good news there. We're going to take a longer look at Futurecast through the entire day tomorrow. We'll look ahead to a calmer pattern later this week coming up in the full forecast as well. Of course, this is one example of our weather patterns becoming weirder. Yeah, weather events predicted to become even more intense in the Bay Area in the future thanks to the influence of climate change. Mary Lee has an update on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Thank you so much. Okay, well, right now we are following developing news from Fremont where a woman and two juveniles have been found dead inside an apartment. Police say they responded this afternoon to a, quote, problem call at Inglewood Common and Walcott Drive. Right now, they are not giving any other details on the deceased or what happened to them, but they are saying there is no threat to the greater community. All right, now to the South Bay, where we're hearing from one of the survivors in a deadly crime spree in San Jose and Milpitas. Devin Feely has his story.
This rampage, this crime spree of murders and stabbings and carjackings, it played out in several neighborhoods in several cities, and part of it unfolded at the intersection behind me here in San Jose. We talked to one of the victims who says he was at this intersection at the wrong place at the wrong time, and that left him on a collision course with the suspect.
I was sitting at the light, waiting for it to change. I never even saw him coming.
Winton Waldorf was on his motorcycle, idling at the intersection of Kirtner and Union Avenues when he was rear-ended.
Next thing I knew, I felt the rear of my bike get lifted up high, and I went flying over the handlebars, landed on my head.
Winton, who asked that we not show his face, says his helmet absorbed the brunt of the impact. Its surface scarred by deep scratches that hint at the ferocity of the collision. He says dazed and wedged halfway under the car in front of his motorcycle, he got a fleeting glimpse of the fleeing suspect.
Both my arms are working, both my legs are working, and I opened my eyes, and out of the corner of my eye, I caught a glimpse of him fleeing.
Winton says he would later learn from the police that the suspect, Kevin Pacarana, was wanted for carjacking several vehicles and stabbing the drivers. And before he was finally taken into custody, investigators say he would be responsible for 3 deaths and 5 injuries. A tally of murder and mayhem that Winton says leaves him grateful to be alive.
I was relatively unscathed, and I pray. I'm not a religious person at all, but I'm so glad that someone was watching over me.
Winton says he'll probably never know why he was spared, but his lasting impression is not of the one man who hurt him, but of the countless others who helped in the aftermath.
There was one bad guy there, and there were a lot of good people. And it tells me that there's a lot more good people than there are bad people.
Winton was truly fortunate not to have been more severely injured by that collision. The suspect is expected to make his first court appearance at the Hall of Justice in San Jose on Tuesday.
A second plane carrying migrants has landed in Sacramento. They arrived just this morning on a chartered plane from New Mexico. This plane seems to have taken a similar route as the first one that landed on Friday. While California officials say they've opened an investigation, Attorney General Rob Bonta says they are pretty sure they know who sent them.
There's a pattern here. There's documentation here. The document clearly that we have in our possession says the state of Florida. So we believe that the state of Florida, Governor DeSantis, is behind it.
Bonta and Governor Gavin Newsom personally met with the first group of migrants. Today, Newsom went after DeSantis on Twitter, calling him a, quote, small, pathetic man, and suggested he read California's criminal code on kidnapping. The White House press secretary is even weighing in.
I've said it many times from here, repeatedly from this podium, that busing or flying migrants around the country without any coordination with the federal government, we've talked about this, state or local officials as well, is dangerous and unacceptable.
DeSantis' office has not responded to these accusations. Faith leaders in Sacramento say they will give an update on the migrants' condition tomorrow morning.